Yo guys, it's CFB, welcome back to a brand new video, welcome back to the channel today. Sorry for the late upload, I was just too busy having fun with this Chelsea 8-0 win against me, Noah FC, Noah Yerevan, that's what they're proper called, but we're just going to call them FC Noah because that's also a shorter way. So Chelsea win 8-0. Chelsea win 8-0 in the Conference League game, I think 4 or something, I don't know, I've lost count. I think there's only another 2 games left in this competition until we go through to the latter stages, whatever it is, knockout rounds. I don't know, I'm confused about this competition still. But before we do get into the match review, because I will say this, it's going to sound crazy, I'm going to say this, I'm not happy with the 8-0 win, and I'm going to explain why I'm not happy with the 8-0 win. So before we do get into it, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so notified every time I upload a video. The first link in the description of my streaming channel, my second channel. Go and check those out, it'd be very much appreciated. And without further ado, let's get straight into it because we've got a lot to get through. Starting off with the 11 we went with, if I get my words out, the 11 we went with. The 11 we went with, I'm not going to get it up on screen, is Jorgensen in goal. It was the sassy right back, obviously. Tosin Badiashile, your 2 centre-backs. Renato Vega as the left back. Renato Vieira inverting into midfield. The sassy inverting as a right centre-back. But I didn't see Vieira actually inverting into midfield as often as what he usually does. It's like Vieira and the sassy were more full-backs today. Like, they actually were full-backs. I don't know, maybe that's just my thing. I didn't see him bombing in midfield that often. Anyway, moving on to midfield. Enzo Fernandez and... It was just Enzo Fernandez by himself because we were playing a 4-1-4-1. It wasn't a 4-2-3-1, it's a 4-1-4-1 because we went really attacking. Because in the it's meant to be 2 8s. It was 2 10s today because, like I said, it was a 4-1-4-1. The 2 10s were Nkunku Felix, and then left wing we went with Mudryk, right wing we went with Tyreek George, and as the ST we went with Mark Gui, which was actually really exciting. I was excited to see Mark Gui today because I feel like he deserved more chances in the Conference League, Carabao Cup, you know what I'm saying? And we haven't seen him that often. So we've seen him, and in that 11, I was a little bit worried when I saw it because I thought we were going way too attacking. You know what I mean? Like, I thought this game was going to be our toughest game because knowing the Chelsea of recent, we tend to underestimate these type of teams. And I thought this would be our toughest game. By the way, if you've seen my spelling mistake in the last thing, I was in a rush. I just want to clear this up. Toughest, I know it's spelled T-O-U, not T-U-F-F. I know. I was in a rush, so don't hammer me, okay? But we usually make these games tougher than they actually are. And I was thinking as well, at the same time, I was thinking we're going to underestimate them. We are. Because we're going to look at them and think they've been made since 2017. They're not going to be that big of a club. But at the same time, you've got to think 2017 to this moment in time to get in a European competition. Fair enough. We didn't underestimate them. We didn't. And in fact, I think I overestimated them. No offence to them at all. In fact, actually, I felt like they played a good game. I feel like they could be proud of themselves. They had at least 2 chances in the whole game where they tested the keeper. They weren't clear-cut chances, but they tested the keeper. They defended on some occasions really, quite decently. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. Their fans were still going quite hard towards the end of the game, so fair play to them. But it was a whitewash, wasn't it? It was easy. It was simple. You know what I mean? So let's get into the goals, because before we get into the actual metaphor about the game, we're going to get into the goals. We scored first off a corner from Tosin Adarabioyo, gets his first goal for Chelsea, his first goal in a European competition, which was a corner, crossed in, and Tosin Adarabioyo's there for the header. The defender tries to push Tosin out the way and ends up falling on his own arse and missing, and doesn't even touch Tosin Adarabioyo, but he tries to push Tosin and he misses him and falls on the floor. That was class. Anyway, Tosin scores, makes it 1-0, and then literally, straight away, maybe 10-15 seconds later, straight away off kick-off, one of the FC Noah defenders tries to pass it to another defender, ends up passing it straight to Mark Gui, who is on it straight away, who's on alert, on it, on his toes, robs the ball straight away mid-pass, he's clear through on goal, and he tucks it in the right-hand corner, really calmly, really nicely, with 2-0 up. Brilliant. In my opinion, that was the game over already, because I could tell just based off that pass, these are the pants. Based off we're scoring off corners, that's shocking in itself. We never score off corners now. In fact, I think our corners have been atrocious. Today, they actually look somewhat better. We wasn't crossing it into the keeper today, which was good, which moved on to the next goal, which was about, I don't know, about 5-10 minutes later. The Sassy scores. I know I always give the Sassy a hard time. I know I'm not a big fan of the Sassy, but I was happy when he scored his goal. I was celebrating when he scored his goal. The Sassy scores, again, another one off a corner. Scores a header off a corner. Basically the same one as Toast Adebayo, except from the defender doesn't fall on his arse trying to push the Sassy over. The defender doesn't even try to go for the Sassy. The Sassy's just there, nods it home, bottom left-hand corner. Basically the same as Toast Adebayo's goal. We get the third goal and we move on then to the fourth goal, which happened, was this in the first half as well? Yeah, it was Felix. Felix who scored the next one. He was on the left-hand side. I think it was Enzo Fernandez who got the assist for this one. Enzo Fernandez passed it through on the left-hand side. Felix is there, just chips over the keeper. Bob's your uncle, easy, 4-0. And then we get onto the fifth goal just before half-time. I think was this the last goal we scored before half-time? No, it wasn't. We've got another two before half-time. Mudryk scored. This was the best goal today. Best goal today. Forgot who passed it across box to Mudryk, but Mudryk basically gets the ball. He's confident. He cuts in across box. He's still outside the box as he takes a shot. He takes a shot outside the box as he was cutting inside. You know when like you got the box there and then the player's running with the ball, shoots. It curls in the top right hand corner. Brilliant. I love that from Mudryk. He usually tries it in Premier League games and he usually goes sky high, wide. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like top hand corner of Stamford Bridge, corner of the stadium. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But today, he got in the top right-hand corner of the net. Binners, brilliant goal from Mudryk. And then young Felix got his other goal as well. Yeah, Felix got his other goal, which made it 6-0 before half-time. And, I mean, we're 6-0 up. We're 6-0 up going into half-time. Felix gets his second of the game. At that moment in time, I'm looking at the game going 6-0 in one half. Could we be on to double digits here? I was really thinking double digits. Are we going to see a game of double digits? I've never seen a Chelsea game of double digits ever. In football in general, it's quite rare. But I was thinking, oh my God, I'm about to witness something here. Like, I'm witnessing history. You know what I mean? I don't care about the team, the competition, blah, blah, blah. I could witness 10-0 here. So we get the 7th goal from Nkunku, which was quite late into the second half. In the second half, actually, wait. Move back to the first half real quick. The first 5-10 minutes I thought we was a bit shaky. In fact, I actually think FC Noah started off a little bit better, more on the front foot than what we did in that first half. So props to him in that sense, but apart from that, we was literally counter-attacking them. That was our best part of today, counter-attacking football. That's where we scored most of our goals. That's what most of our goals came from. I feel like they noticed that, and that's what they changed up in the second half and low blocked a little bit more. But that's no excuse, in my opinion, because the second half comes, and yes, we have all the ball, because FC know they're not going to come away with a win now. They were just trying to keep the score down low. And it's completely understandable. You go into the second half and you're 6-0 down. You know you're not winning this game. You just know it. So we come out on the front foot, obviously, and in my opinion, a little bit lackluster. We took some players off, we brought some players on. I think it kind of ruined the flow of the game. We took off a Mark Gui, in my opinion, which I thought was wrong. But we took him off. We gave Nkunku the ST spot instead of the 10, which I thought he did better in the 10 position than he did in the ST. But we were dominant the whole of the second half. Obviously, we got 2 goals in that second half. A goal coming from Nkunku, which was the first one, it was through on the right-hand side. He took the shot, their keeper saved it, and then it bumbled back out to Nkunku, who just slotted it in with an open net. You know what I'm trying to say? I've got to be honest, their keeper, I don't know where they got him from, but he was awful. He couldn't box eggs in an egg boxing factory. You know what I'm trying to say? He was awful. He was god awful. I don't know what street they picked him off. But he was awful. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think the majority of these players were part-time Burger King workers. I'm not going to lie. No offence to him. I feel like they did a good job. Fair play to him. But they weren't that great. They weren't that great. I really expect them to do better. I can't lie. And then Nkunku obviously also got the 8th goal, which was our last goal of the game. By the way, I'm fuming. I put a bet on us to get 10-0. Not before the game started, I'm not going to lie. When we got the 7th goal, I went, oh my God, there's about 30 minutes left of the game here. I could chuck £5 on and get about 135 back. I was like, I'm going to do it. So I did it. And that's when all the goals dried up. We got the penalty, like I said, in my opinion, actually quite a harsh penalty. I think it was harsh on their behalf. I think Drewsbury Hall runs into the player's foot. I don't think it is a penalty, I've got to be honest, but hey, I'm taking it. If it's anywhere closer to my bet, hey, I'm taking it. And it's anywhere closer to Chelsea getting another goal, I'm taking it. Double bonus, double whammy. We just get the penalty and Kunku slots it away. We're 8-0 up with about 20 minutes left of the game. 20, maybe 15 minutes left of the game. I'm thinking, oh my God, we could get two here. But it's a win on the board. It's money back in my bank account and I'm witnessing history. Like, this is crazy. We could do this. But of course the goals dry up. It's like Maresca checked his phone, seen that I put a bet on. I went, nah, sod this. Calm it down now, lads. Because we stepped off the boil. We brang off, well, which is understandable. We brang off all the top players. And we brang on some young kids, which is understandable. But the team in general was off it. But bloody TV. The team in general went off it. They went off the boil. They stopped pushing for a goal. In my head, if I was on that pitch, I'd be thinking, and not to just say Nick's my bet was on, I'd be thinking, let's go get 10, let's get more hungry, you know what I'm trying to say? Let's get another goal, let's witness some history here, let's do something crazy. You know what I mean? But they didn't, they dropped off the boil and it annoyed me. That was my negative for today. Because in the second half, I thought the whole game in general, we was obviously the more dominant team. And FC Noah had a couple chances. There was a couple times where they got in behind and actually did okay. But it was night and day, obviously, that we was clearly the better team. I don't think we was amazing. I don't think that today's performance was really good, by the way. If we only won 2 or 3-0 today, I would be coming back and saying this was a proper disappointing result. Because I don't think the performance was amazing. I feel like if I had to give the performance out of 10, just in general overall, I'd probably give it a 6.5. I don't think it was god amazing. We weren't. But the scoreline obviously says it. But I can name a couple of players that dropped stinkers today. But it was the quality of their team versus the quality of our team. This wasn't even our full B team. This was our B team / C team, well, youngsters, you know what I'm trying to say, from the youth academy. Which I'm kind of glad, that got minutes. But even some of those didn't really show up today. I thought the performance all round wasn't great. But we move on. It's a good competition. We want to win it. We know we should be winning it realistically. We get the result. What's to complain about? The one thing I'm bloody disappointed with, and I'm actually fuming with, that I take away from this and makes me even more disappointed about this result, is the fact we didn't go and get 10. The fact we didn't go and get... We were 6-0 up in the first half. I was hoping we'd get 10. Isn't this crazy? We're coming away from 8-0. Well, I'm coming away from an 8-0, demanding more. Look, 8-0 is brilliant. I'm not saying this isn't brilliant, okay? Before anybody starts going at me saying, oh, you're wrong for saying this. No, I'm happy with the 8-0. I'm happy we got the win, you know, etc., etc. But we should have got 10. Not in Kunku. Carney missed a sitter towards the end because Carney came off the bench. He missed a sitter towards the end. Someone hit the bar. I think it was Nkunku, hit the bar early on. There was another time where I think Nkunku spun the defender around, passed it to somebody, and somebody missed it. Those 3 chances I've just named, you should be burying them against this team, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, I'm happy overall we got the result, but I'm fuming the fact that we didn't go and get 10. Right? I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. Anyway, move on to player ratings. We're going to quickly whiz through this. Jorgensen, I thought was quite decent today. I thought it was really decent today. His distribution was good. He was calm on the ball. And he made 2 decent saves. I'm going to give him a 6. Disasi got his goal, was relatively quite alright today. You'd expect him to be, even at right back against this type of team. I'd give him a 6. I think it was quite comfortable. Didn't really have much to do. Was quite solid when he had to do something. Tosin got his first goal. Again, was quite decent. The first 10 minutes though looked really shaky. Him and Badishield looked shaky in those first 10 minutes. I was looking at those first 10 minutes thinking, oh my God, we're actually going to concede here. But we didn't. Tosin got his goal as well. I'd give him a 6.5. Badishield, I'd give a 6. I'd give Vega. Vega was one of the players I looked at today and thought, you're shoddy today. You look shoddy. He was misplacing passes. He didn't look calm under the ball at all with the ball at his feet. Like I said, wasn't really pressing into midfield that much either. Maybe the manager told him not to. Maybe the manager went with natural fullbacks today. I don't know, but I didn't really like his performance. I've got to give him a 5, personally. Maybe 4.5, but because it's 8-0, I think I've got to give him a 5. Screw it. Enzo was the lone midfielder today. Like I said, we went really attacking in that second half, well, in the whole game. But he dealt with it quite well. Did a couple decent defence splitting through balls for us, especially down the flanks. I would say Enzo was a 6. And Nkunku got 2 goals. But when he was in the 10, I think he was more beneficial than what he was in the ST. I think he was linking up a bit better. He looked like he had a bit of a cob on him today, because maybe he's not getting into the starting 11 in the A team. I don't know, but he didn't look himself. Sometimes he's a little bit lazy on the ball, but he got 2 goals. That's all you can really ask for in an 8-0 win. I'm going to give him a 6, personally. If he didn't get... No, you got to give him a 7 because he got 2 goals. If he didn't get the 2 goals, I think I'd give him a 5.5, I've got to be honest. But he got 2 goals. Felix as well was the other 10. I think he was the better 10 today. Felix was a lot more hard working than what Nkunku was looking like he wanted to get on the ball more than what Nkunku was today. So with Felix, and he also got 2 goals as well, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I think Tyreek George looked okay today as well, you know what I mean? He looked eager to get a goal. I'd give him a 5.5 though. Mudryk was brilliant again today, and exactly what I was demanding of him in the last game. I was saying I wanted to take on his fullback a lot more now, with obviously success as well, and then getting off a shot which is on target or create a chance, a good chance, and he was doing that today. He scored a brilliant goal, got nothing to complain about. In fact, I actually think he was our man of the match, maybe. I think I'm going to give him a 7.6. 7.6. I was really happy with him today. Mark Gu should have stayed on the pitch. I was a bit disappointed with Maresca. I don't understand that one. I think Nkunku would have got 2 goals or a goal either way. Even if Mark Gu was on the pitch, he should have stayed on for the whole 90. He looked eager. He was chasing down on the balls. He was putting in challenges. Even if he didn't really lose out on the ball, he got a nice composed goal. Should have stayed on the pitch, man. Mark Gu, I would say, was a comfortable 7. I think he was solid today. Really impressed with him. And moving on to the subs, obviously, I've lost who came off the bench, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Off the bench, we had, I think... we had Conor Chukwuemeka, I think was too late to judge, but it was positive when he came off the bench. Sam Rakasaki, I don't know who he is, but I'm guessing he's from the Youngster Academy. Skied one, which was the chance that Carney missed. It bounced out to him and he skied it. Too late to judge him as well, but he didn't really do much, but I can't expect too much off him. Cesar Cassidy was another one who came off the bench, was positive. I think he was one of the lone midfielders as well. I think did a decent job. I'd give him a 5.5. And Kieran Dewsbury Hall as well was another one who came off the bench. I think he was quite positive in general as well. I'll give him a 5.5. No, actually no, I'll give him a 5. I don't think he was that great, actually. He didn't do anything amazing, he didn't do anything bad. He was just quite bang average. You know what I'm trying to say? He lost the ball on a couple of times where he didn't have to lose the ball. But that was it for the subs. We left Madueke, Gusto and Cucurella, who were on the bench without any game time, which I'm happy with, saved them for the weekend. Good. Anyway, the whole game in general, look, I'm happy Maresca kind of... Do you know what? This was the perfect game for Maresca to experiment in that 4-1-4-1 with 1 lone midfielder and 2 10s. So we went 2 attacking and not as defensive. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I said, I think we were actually playing fullbacks today, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to check that one out. But in general today, it's a positive result. Well, it's a brilliant result. 8-0, brilliant. We could have gone for 10. No, this is a thing. And I'm happy Maresca experimented in that sense. If we ever come up against a team that we deserve to, well, we should be beating, like a team like this or something, the Conference or the Carabao or the FA Cup, maybe we could do that formation again. I don't know. Now we've seen that it worked to a good degree. Good. Positive performance overall. We gave minutes to youngsters and second teamers. There's a couple players that are hopefully knocking on the Maresca door. Cole Palmer injured for the weekend game against Arsenal. In my opinion today, it was down to the 2 10s, Felix or Nkunku. Whoever does best in the 10 position starts on the weekend, in my opinion. By the sounds of it and by the looks of it, it looks like it's Felix. But we'll have to wait and see, because I think Nkunku's better suited for that game. But off performance today, I'd be looking at Felix. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what your producer. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts of the game is. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that every time I load a video, and I'll catch you all later. Take care and get in. Peace.